The link that's in the maybe. I don't know. It should be live on my Facebook. If you go to Gizmo Pickleball Facebook, it should
Perfect.
be there. That would probably be the easiest one. I
Perfect.
don't want you to send out the link to have people joining in and everybody's like joining, like, hey.
What's up? I'm a party on here. That'd be sweet.
All right.
All right, so yeah, let me share it. Oh man, it's crazy. I'm out here in Virginia, and literally we've had like a heat wave where it's been like 2 months straight of no rain, 5,000 degrees, 100% humidity. I mean, it's just been unreal out here.
Man.
And I'm trying to like grow a bunch of stuff. Actually just hooked up with this nonprofit that gives food to families with no questions asked. Like they just pull up and they get like a produce box once a week. They go to schools. Even during the COVID, they're still doing it. So I'm hooked up with them to where I'm now growing their food for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's like, yeah, I'm telling the lady like, hey, hey, things are going good. But I'm like, man, I need stuff to sprout. Like it's too hot. It kind of just slows down the whole process. So we're actually getting in the process of growing like lettuce and cabbage and stuff like that indoors in the basement. So.
Whoa, that's crazy because it's so hot. Yeah, we don't have that issue here in the Northwest. I mean, it's been pretty nice lately. I gotta say, we've been lucky with some good weather.
Yeah,
the last couple of weeks. Finally, summer arrived.
Show up.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, let me just jump right into it, man. Appreciate everybody coming back out. This is my second live today. This one, I promise you, is going to be a lot more on the up and up than the first one. As I said earlier, onward and upward, baby. So huge shout out to my new sponsor, Players Pickleball. And I'm also aligning myself with other companies who, have like-minded goals and are good people. So I was lucky enough to this year at the California Open, which was actually the last big tournament before the big COVID shutdown. I was out there and I was able to be blessed with coming into contact with what is now on the bottom of my shoes. And that's Zelus Insoles. Now, a little bit about them, and I'll step back after I say this. I used to think insoles were only for, I'm not even like trying to be ageist or anything, but I generally thought they were for the older population. But that may not be the case. I'm joined with Billy and Chad today. Guys, thank you for joining me. And can you shed a little light on maybe some myths, or give us what's the good word?
For sure. Yeah. Hey, Gizmo, thanks, man. We're excited to be here. Like you said, I think the common perception is definitely the insoles are like, for the old generation, and I think that that's one case because they've lived a great life. They're still living and they want to keep being active. So they need something to continue to help them feel good. And so that's definitely one aspect. And Zelus, of course, is great for that, that generation as well. Keep you feeling good, keep you being active, doing those things you love. That's the whole point of what we're doing. But we're also, like to your point, trying to bring that awareness to a younger generation that, if you put these in your shoes now, you can actually help prevent those injuries from happening down the road. You can prevent the wear and tear in your body. You can help slow down that process so that you can continue to play and, again, continue to do the thing you love without getting those overuse injuries that you see too often.
No, absolutely. Just a few things that kind of stick out to me from my youth. My mom always told me, you only get one pair of feet, so you better take care of them. And I didn't learn. I mean, I'm only 34 years old, but I'm extremely flat-footed. So flat-footed that I couldn't join the military without getting like waivers and stuff like that. And by that time, I just was over it and did not choose to join the military. Ended up joining the fire service. But man, like if your feet go down, like what do you do?
Yeah. It's the basis for your whole body, right? Everything it's like one big kinetic chain. It's all based on if you got good support, good cushioning here, then your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back, and it goes all the way up that chain is all going to be feeling better if your feet are taken care of. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Or
Yeah.
get really good at handstands. One of the two.
or you're good at handstands.
Absolutely, yeah. There's I don't know the name of the building, but there's this big prestigious building in San Francisco, and it's like there's like 400 multi-million-dollar units in it, but they didn't go deep enough into the ground to build a solid foundation. So now, after time, wear and tear, compaction of the building settling and all that, now the building is off kilter, and like people are not able to live in there anymore. Like, so that kind of just speaks to the fact of how important the foundation is.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. I mean, it's everything. And I think, especially when you're young, you feel like you're kind of, invincible, right? You just go out, you play your sport, you go 112% every single time. You don't really think about it. You just do it, right? And you're exactly right. You don't realize down the road you might pay for that, right? If you don't take care of your feet properly now.
Absolutely. And playing pickleball, 80% of the game is played at the kitchen line, and played the correct way, you need to be up on the balls of your feet, and not sitting back on your heels. And while you're up on the balls of your feet, you are making quick, fast motions to the left and to the right to cover the kitchen line, whether you need to jump back. I mean, like, you're putting a lot of pressure, repetitive pressure on your the bottoms of your feet. And like I said, for me, I'm extremely flat-footed, and it was to the point where every time I had to make a quick movement, I would have shooting pain in my feet. You know what I'm saying? So bad to the point where I actually went to see a podiatrist before, and he gave me I swear he had like a sheet of some stuff, and he took the insole out of my shoe, traced around it, and tried to mimic, cut me out a piece of whatever this material was, and was like, here, put this in your shoe. And it's just that did not work. Let me just say that did not work. It worked for him because my insurance company paid him, and then I had to pay my copay and all that stuff. So I mean, at the end of the day, he really came out on top.
Right. That's funny. Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned, podiatry and all that, because, the reason we came up with Zelus is just, it's pre-formed. It has arch support. It's like talking about, you have flat feet, you need some support in the arch. And so Zelus has that arch support to try and keep you in the right position, keep your feet aligned properly. But what we did is we work with, and I ended up buying an orthotic lab that helped us create Zelus. So to give you the quick backstory, the thing that makes Zelus so different, and it goes right to that point of balls of your feet. You see these little suction cup looking things here. This is our patented cushioning technology. It's called Smart Cells. And it was literally designed to absorb impact, to return energy back to you as you shift weight and move. And so we've been doing Smart Cells in the mats and flooring into things like working with physical therapy, working with athletic trainers, working with athletes who jump and land all the time to help minimize overuse injuries. And we said it'd be cool if you could put these in a shoe. So we made our technology smaller, bought an orthotic lab, and with the elements of a custom orthotic, we brought out Zelus, right? So it has the same thermoplastic core we use in our custom product. It's got Smart Cells in the heel and the forefoot. So like you said, that whole ball of your foot is protected with the Smart Cells, which not only absorbs impact, but it actually helps take the impact away from your joints as you cut, jump, land, all of that. It's helping prolong the life of your kinetic chain by having proper support and really, really unique cushioning, unlike anything else on the market.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I like stuff to be tangible. I'm no rocket scientist. I can't you said that so eloquently. There's no absolute way that I could have said it that good. So I'm going to try to do my best to break it down for people like me and correct me just theory wise. I do understand some pretty good theory. So we'll say I weigh 200 pounds, and if I'm standing still, the bottoms of my feet are holding that 200 pounds based on the footprint of my footprint. Right. Follow me now. I'm good, right?
You're good.
You're okay.
So under my feet with the smart cell technology, there are there are a bunch of baby circles under there. Now, they all have compression built in to the material that they're made from. So at that point, the 200 pounds of my frame is not distributed in my footprint, but it's even further better distributed to each individual circle, and each circle is accompanying a percentage of my body weight.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so each of those cells, right, the smart cells, each of those little cells, they're helping to do exactly that, to help absorb that impact that it has when you're running, jumping, moving with your body. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay, so now for pickleball, I can equate that to, like, you know, if you're at the kitchen line and you're blocking and somebody hits a hard drive at you, they've got a lot of pace. I equate that to jumping or making a quick movement. If you have a soft grip, the energy that's generated from the ball absorbs up through your paddle and through your arm, and it takes away the impact or the pace off of the ball.
Right.
I mean,
I gotta be close. That easier, right? Yeah, no, and that's
I gotta be close.
You're right on the money, and that's what's so cool about the smart cells is it's unlike anything else, because there's kind of two things. There's insoles out there they say they absorb shock, right? But there's absorbing shock and there's absorbing impact. So the analogy, for continue on sports analogies here, I love the one with the pickleball paddle. That's a great one. But it's kind of like, imagine you have a metal bat, and when you take a metal bat and if you swing that into a pole, okay? Yeah, you look at you cringe, right? Look at you cringe. But that initial hit, that's the shock. It's like the initial hit of it, that's the shock, okay? But then after that, you get that reverberation, that feeling just goes through your whole body. I mean, you cringed, right? That's the impact, okay? So there's shock absorption and there's impact absorption. So there's that initial, your feet slap the ground, ow, it stings for a second. Well, we take care of that. That's shock absorption. There's a lot of incomes that take care of shock absorption. But after your feet are firmly planted, after that initial shock, then the impact does like that bat, it reverberates up your chain. And so that's where the smart cells helps. As you land, it takes your landing force and the ground reaction force coming back at you, and it dissipates it laterally. It gets rid of it. So not 100%, they're small, but it takes away a significant chunk. In fact, just over 20% of your impact coming down is dissipated by these little tiny cells, right? So if you're going to jump on our mat or our flooring, that'll take away 90%. But in your shoe, hey, get rid of 20% of the impact every time you land. Over time, that's a lot of impact getting reduced from your knees, your joints, all of that.
Yeah, no, that's phenomenal information. I mean, the numbers don't lie. And I mean, so from everything I'm hearing, you're not just a fly-by-night, hey, let me just throw these insoles out and see what we get company. Like, you've actually done the R&D. Like you said, you purchased an orthotic. Like, that's not just Joe Schmo, like, picking up orthotics or insoles from, like, CVS or, and again, nothing against any other company, but, like, I feel like you guys have done your due diligence, at least thus far. I mean,
yeah, and that's what we've really been trying to do. We really didn't want to go to market with something that was less than the best. And we had a really unique cushioning in our smart cells, and we said we got to get the perfect, we don't make insoles at the time. We made smart cells. We made this cushioning technology. So we're like, we got to find a partner that knows orthotics. And so we partnered with a group that we met at an athletic trainer show. They've been doing custom orthotics for athletes for over 30 years. So they've worked with Detroit Tigers, with the Lions. They're based out of Michigan, so they got the Detroit teams going. But collegiate professional athletes, I mean, I'm talking to some big names too from back in the day. I mean, the original founder, he even made insoles for Jordan back when he fractured his foot. So, I mean, this he's done some serious insoles, right?
Yeah.
And we partnered with him in his lab and said, we want to bring our smart cells into some shoes. Like, how do we do this? He tried it out, tested it with his athletes in the audience. The response was phenomenal. Everyone wanted smart cells on their orthotics now instead of having no smart cells. And so the partnership went so well. That's when we said, this is too good. We want to have you part of this family here. We bought that orthotic lab. They're called Fast Tech Labs. They're out of Troy, Michigan. And we had this vision of taking their custom components and the best quality, ingredients, basically, putting it with our smart cells and making it in an over-the-counter. I'm a size 11. I pop it in my shoe and I'm often playing with something that's really durable, that's going to last, and it's going to give you that same kind of support and cushion that these orthotics can give you, right? And that what you're right. That's the whole goal. We spent years and years and years researching, trying different models, going down that whole path of refining it until we had what we think is the perfect product. The insole to end all insoles, as we're calling it.
Yeah. And so, all that work, was not in vain, because recently you struck a deal with the newly name changed USA Pickleball. I'm going to make sure I get it right. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it.
And you are the official insole sponsor of the USA Pickleball.
Bingo. We're pretty excited.
I mean, that's a big deal. That's again, not just Joe Schmo, like, hey, just popped up, got these insoles for sale. Like, no. Like, because I'm sure that they're not just going to associate themselves with anybody. Like, I'm sure they did their due diligence before, making sure everything was lined up and forming whatever partnership you all did. I'm sure that there are other insole companies who would have loved to be in that position, but at the end of the day, you are that. So, huge congratulations to you all.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Yeah, Billy, how many meetings did we have? I mean, we had a lot of meetings with the guys at USAPA or now.
But yeah, the main reason that we, just decided to go that route with USAPA and USA Pickleball. And the reason that they chose us was because we are here for one reason of keeping pickleball players on the court. We don't want to see, anybody hurt with, such foot injuries as like plantar fasciitis, which is kind of a big one, any kind of like those kind of heel, metatarsal area injuries that happen on the balls of your feet or the heels of your foot, where smart cells keeps you completely 100% covered. It's really important that, players are willing can continuously play the game that they love to do and not have the pain in the afterwards. We really just try to, minimize pain and maximize performance out here. And so as any way that we can do that, any way that we can help the overall pickleball community, that's what we want to do.
Absolutely. No. And that's actually what the doctor said I had when I went to the podiatrist. He said I had a case of acute plantar fasciitis. He said that it's better. He said that's the better of the two types, because I guess there's another type that's more like lingering, if you will, more of a long-term condition type of plantar fasciitis. Luckily, it was just a quick, my foot is killing me. Let me schedule an appointment. And funny enough, it's around the same time that I had gotten in contact with you all. And it's just crazy how things happen to align you with where you are supposed to be. Or not to get all spiritual or anything, but it's just crazy. Certain things you just can't explain, like how things happen in life, and then you just end up connected with who you need to be connected with.
Hey, man, you be in the right spot, you keep doing good things, and you meet the right good people to cross paths. I mean, I definitely I agree. It's that tournament happened to take place. I happened to still be able to go to a tournament before everything shut down. I was able to meet you, get you trying the insoles. You right away were like, what's going on? I mean, right away I had to talk to you because you had two different shoes on. Like, dude, you're gonna kill your feet. You're wearing two different shoes. Your feet are different right now. We gotta fix what's inside your shoe. No, it's awesome. So I'm so glad. You're right. It's perfect timing, and we couldn't be happier.
Yeah. So I guess to let the cat out of the bag for anybody who didn't know, we also formed a partnership to continue catapulting the Zelus insole name in the pickleball world and in realms outside of the pickleball world. Because I got a lot of crossover traffic. There's people who follow me for farming, pickleball, teaching, fishing. I mean, hey, what you see is what you get. But no, I'm excited, man. You know, I'm actually gonna put a pair in my hunting boots, you know, in my work boots. Like, I'm not just going to limit them to just my pickleball shoes, you know. Like it's yeah.
No, that's a great point. And right, you know, we think our insole officers are great for pickleball based on the nature of the game. You're on a hard surface, you're on the balls of your feet, it's high impact, it's high energy. But yeah, they're good for everyday life. You know, you're going on a hike, you're walking through town, you're farming, you're, you know, playing basketball, whatever you like to do, whatever the thing is that you love, you know, Zelus can help you just do that and feel better, right? And that's the whole goal. I mentioned we have that pro version that I showed you. You know, it's got the orthotic thermoplastic core. But we got, you know, if you don't like arch support, here, just go with smart cells only, right? Just get just no arch. We got the light version. There we go. I'm going backwards. It's got an arch support, but it's a foam arch support instead of the plastic. Or put it in your Sunday best, right? And there you go. You got a 3/4, works better in a dress shoe. So like I say, to your point, we're trying to make this for anyone who wants to stay active, whatever that means for you, right? Pickleball happens to be, you know, Billy and I grew up, we played this in the backyard. We're both from the Seattle area. I was born here in the Northwest. And so we played it as like a backyard summer activity. When it wasn't raining, we were in the backyard playing pickleball, you know? And so it's fun to see this sport grow. We both love it, and we're excited, you know, to really help players out.
Absolutely. No,
Players much better than us, I must add.
Yeah. So you you just dropped a whole wealth of information.
Yeah, sorry, that was a lot.
No, you're good. We're not. So just keep me there because I'll get scatterbrained and forget it. But in addition to signing me, you also signed another top pro in the pickleball world. Do you care to share who that is?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're super excited. We're also partnering with Tyler Loong. So we're excited to have Tyler on board, have Gizmo, our first 2 official pickleball athletes on our. We hope to continue to expand this roster, but you know, you guys, we're excited about it, and like I said, we couldn't be happier. I mean, 2 top-notch players.
Absolutely, man. No, it's game time, man. I spent a little time on the same team as Tyler, and he's a phenomenal player. He has been earning since he was knee-high to a grasshopper off both sides of the court in the blink of an eye.
So crazy.
I mean, it's unreal. It's like it's not a 6th sense; it's like a 9th sense for him. I mean, I feel like he has like dreams of earning. But no, you know, it's hats off to Tyler, man. So I'm excited to work with him again in a different capacity, and I really think that we are going to work together to get the pickleball world to #feel the zeal.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah. So okay, so now I'm gonna take 2 steps and back up. So we were talking about types of products and, you know, wanting to kind of accommodate different types of people, period. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just have, all right, hey, this is the magic insole, use it for anything. No, that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So we have the pro version. Talk to us about the pro version.
Sure, yeah. So that pro version, that's our, you know, our best seller for sure. This is the one where we originally developed it based off the custom orthotics. So what you have here, you got the full 4-foot of smart cells. You see that there? Full over there. And it's embedded in the heel here. So you can't see it, but it's in between the layers in the heel. And you actually have a thermoplastic arch support. So this support, it goes all the way around. Gives you a nice heel cup to help keep your heel in place. That nice cushion right there. You can see that cutout where the smart cells are. So you got cushioning, support in the heel, support through the arch, and cushioning on the ball of your foot. Like I say, these same elements, the same thermoplastic, all that stuff, the same components, we still use in our custom orthotics in that lab. Like we still use these same pieces to make custom things. These ones happen to just be pre-molded to whatever your arch, you know, to your shoe size. And it's a whole shoe size. It's really easy. It's not, you know, men's 6 to men's 15 where you have to try and trim down to your size. It's just, you're a 10, great. Here's a 10. We'll pop it in your shoe and off you go. So that's our pro version. Definitely our top, you know, for highest level athletics or highest impact activity, you know, that's going to be your go-to.
Okay. All right. So we got the pro version covered. Okay. You said something else. You said the light version. Talk to me about the light version.
Light version. This is our newest model. We just launched this one. We're pretty excited about it. So what's cool about this is you still have an arch support in there. You see that? This arch support, however, it's all EVA foam. So EVA is like the outsole of your shoe, that thick foam you get on a sport shoe, athletic shoe. That's EVA. So this is all EVA support. So you still have arch support, just not quite as rigid as we call it in the orthotic land as the plastic one. So it still gives you great support. And then it still has smart cells in the ball of your foot. That whole big area is covered. You see the smart cells. You can actually visibly see it here in the heel. That's the same size it is on the Pro, but it's got smart cells here and here, all EVA component besides. So it's a little bit cheaper price point. Still a great performance insole. In fact, it's funny, our CEO is a big time runner, and forever he used the Pro, and that was his running insole. And then when we came out with this model, he's completely switched, and he's like, I love the light. So given its name, it is lighter than the Pro. The Pro is not heavy, but this one is like 43% lighter. So even lighter, quicker step, right? And just, again, another great product, a little bit cheaper price point on it too. So that's our light version. Great for performance and everyday activity.
Okay. All right. So we got two, but I felt like you said, one more model, and like, so I'm just picturing myself going out on a hot date night. You know what I'm saying? I got my cheeseburger 3-piece suit on with my cheeseburger bow tie. You know what I'm saying? I got mismatched cheeseburger like dress shoes on though. You know what I'm saying? Like we going out on the town. And I don't want something as that bulky in my shoe, because like the fronts of we talking like ostrich shoes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, the good one.
With the tips, they're skinny at the front, squeeze your toes in. They're not good for your feet though, right?
Right. No, you're exactly right. So we definitely realize people still need to have some cushion support, even in your best looking out on the town shoes, your nice ostrich mismatched shoes. You gotta actually look good. So we do have this whole line. Our Zelus insoles is called the Olympus model. So the Olympus Pro, the Olympus Light. We got the Olympus 3/4. You can see it's the same nice Zelus bright green. It's got the thermoplastic arch support like the Pro version. It's got smart cells here embedded in the heel, but the forefoot's just missing. So we shave it off to a zero transition. And then that allows for those shoes that don't have the room in the toe, like an athletic shoe, you got plenty of toe box room. But in a dress shoe, you just don't have that. So this is great for like a golf shoe. It's great for, like I say, going out on the town where you still want that cushion and support, but you don't have the room in the toe. You can still use Zelus, put that in your shoe. And then there is technically one more.
I was getting ready to go there. I was getting ready. I told you I'm throwing you alley-oops all night, baby. Let's go. All right. So like I'm extremely flat-footed, and like, I know like the extreme opposite of me is somebody with, crazy curvature on the bottoms of their feet. And I've seen those types of people.
Totally.
And let's say that they don't necessarily, like let's say the EVA foam might not conform to the curvature, or they're looking for something that will just conform to the contour of their foot. Let me put it like that. Do we forget about those people? Like, do we got nothing for them? What do we got for the people, man?
We got something for everybody, Gizmo.
Come on.
So what's cool is, yeah, you're right. First of all, everyone's foot's different. My foot, left to right, is different. My feet are different from your feet. Everyone's feet are different. There's no perfect foot out there. So with all of our products, even with the arch support products, we try to make an arch that's, will fit as many people comfortably as possible, but there's always going to be outliers. Sometimes that arch just doesn't feel good for some certain types, where that arch is super, super high, or in some cases, like I have a flat foot too, like you, but our feet, even though they're flat, they still flex. So we're able to put that arch support underneath and it feels good. Some people have a flat foot that it doesn't flex. So if you try and push on it, it doesn't flex. Yeah. And you put an arch under there, that's like standing on a golf ball. That feels horrible. So we do have our Olympus flat version here. So this Zelus product, you can see it's just there's absolutely no arch support in it. It's just designed with the smart cells across the entire length of the bottom. And the whole purpose of this one is just to give you that impact absorption to help, save the joints, help you feel better when you just can't tolerate an arch. Some people it doesn't feel good. And so this gives them an option to still feel the zeal, as you mentioned, but without the arch. Yeah.
My. So you're telling me we are pretty much accommodating from the highest arch to literally no arch, to accommodating them the best we can, better than anybody out there.
We can help everybody feel good. That's what we're trying to do. Yep.
All right, let me see what we got in the comments. Sue Meyer, one of my, she's not even a fan. She's family. They're out of the Punta Gorda area. She said, "Way to go, Jay. Good things still coming your way. Thank you for tuning in." Evie Kona, aloha from Hawaii. Congratulations. This lady gave me her meal tickets every day. She made sure to find me when I was playing at the Hawaii Open, and that's actually where I won my first Triple Crown this January. So she's another one. She's not a fan. She's family. You keep me fed good, and you know that's how you make that transition real good. Vincent Hayes just ordered 2 pairs of the lights. My man, I appreciate it.
There we go, Vincent. I hope you feel this deal.
Feel this deal. And the thing to keep in mind, if you use code Gizmo at checkout, it's not Gizmo 10, just Gizmo. You'll save 15% off your order, off the Pro model and the Light model. So if you are interested in either of those models, hit me up if you got any questions. This is definitely not just like a sales pitch, but I mean, I literally use this product. So, I mean, we can talk about whatever. I mean, it can literally tell you my story. I'm not going to sit here and consume it with you. But absolutely, if you got any questions or you're interested in trying out these insoles, use code Gizmo at checkout and you will save a little bit of moolah. So we got some technical questions coming for you fellas. I'm gonna defer.
All right.
Do you have insoles for flat feet? I'll let you kind of jump on that.
Perfect. Yeah. So like kind of like I just mentioned, there's a couple types of flat feet. So I have flat feet. Gizmo has flat feet. Billy, I'm not sure about your feet.
High arch.
High arch. So there you go. So flat feet, there's kind of 2 types. One where your arch still allows it to flex. So flat feet need support. Your arches of your feet are naturally there to help you absorb impact when you land, right? So if you have flat feet, but your flat feet, they can flex, they're not rigidly flat, then our Pro or our Light are both a really good choice. You may want to start with like the Light version so you don't get quite as rigid of an arch under there. But yeah, give either the Pro or the Light a try. The great thing is we have a Zeal guarantee. So if you try, let's say you try the lights out and you get them and you put them under your feet and you're like, ooh, maybe my foot is more rigid than I thought. This feels more like a golf ball than anything under my arch. Let us know. We want to make sure you're happy. We have a Zeal guarantee. We want you to feel the Zeal. So, we could always swap it out for the flat version, get you at least feeling the impact absorption of the smart cells. We'll make sure that you're happy. But yeah, great question. Our insoles definitely work for people with flat feet. Gizmo and I are testimony of that right there.
Absolutely. Speaking of testimony, I've also got to, testify to, customer service. I mean, what you just said, everything I heard was customer service, customer service, customer service. I don't just want your money. I want to provide you the best service for you. Like, I'm not happy taking your money until you are happy with the product or the service you gave me your money for. That's pretty much what I just heard. And I can attest to that. There was an issue with a pair. They got them swapped out. And literally my buddy's like, yo, I can't thank you enough. Like, they were on it. So, if you got any issues, seriously, these guys are phenomenal. Another technical question. What about those of us that want to have a 0 drop? I don't know what that is.
So you're talking going from heel to toe, you want to have 0 drop, right? You don't want to have something bulky in your shoe. So, I think the one thing we've tried to do that maybe other insole companies don't do out there is we try to accommodate for a lot of shoes out there today. They naturally have kind of this drop that happens. So we tried to account for that in the way that we designed these so that you have more of a natural feeling in the shoe. Now, whatever's in your shoe already, you take that out. You don't put this over top of anything because then you're going to get really squished toes. Your heel's been popping up really high out of the back. So take out whatever's in your shoe, pop Zelus in its place. And again, Benjamin, thanks for the question. If you get a pair and you're like, I'm not sure which one's right for me, if you have questions about that, or if you get one and you think maybe another one would be better, again, we're happy to make sure that you feel good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel the zeal. You know, they're not happy until you're feeling the zeal. That's straight like that.
Right.
Let's see, another question we've got from Sharon Dehaney. She says, "I'm on your website. Do you have the Olympus 3/4 arch in full length?"
Hey, great question. So the Olympus 3/4 arch, this guy right here, it's got the thermoplastic arch, sponsored in the heel. The full length version is the
Da da da
Olympus
da
Pro.
da.
So
Hey.
great question. So yeah, the Olympus Pro is essentially, it's the same thing, just with the forefoot and without. So you literally see the back end is the same guts. So I would go with the Pro if you like that 3/4 arch. It's got the thermoplastic arch. It's got the full forefoot. So even when you go up onto your toes, past the balls of your feet, you still got that smart cell coverage.
All right. I'm just I'm just gonna move because the sun's like right there. Like I said, I'm not even at my house. For those that don't know, I'm literally at a public park. Because one of the joys of living in the country, there we go, is I got crap internet and I only get 100 gigs a month. And when I go over, I swear 1996 AOL dial-up is faster than my internet at the house. I can't even watch a YouTube video. I can't listen to music. I just go to sleep or I go talk to my turkeys. That's really my only two options at Pickleball Farm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sharon said that we pronounced her last name correctly. That is huge. I love that. I hate when people mispronounce a name. So as far as like products, I mean, I think there's one other upgrade to a product that is able to be had, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to leave any alley-oops unturned.
Hey, you are correct, and it's over there. So you got to give me like 2 seconds.
Take your time, baby.
Billy,
Take your
fill
time.
in. Explain the cool upgrade.
The cool upgrade. Okay. Yeah. So this is going to be an option for people that, you try an EVA foam because that's what covers all of our products is this EVA foam. We saw it all, the bright yellow, has Zelus on there. And sometimes, people have a little bit more friction in the toes. And that friction sometimes causes, blisters and, sometimes it's like an uncomfortable feeling on the bottom. So this option that Chad should be presenting here is our smooth option, our nice black top finish called suede.
Right.
And so in that suede option, Chad, I'll let you take it away from here since you have the product.
Yeah, I got them right here. So yes, this is what you can do is, Billy, it was a perfect tee up. I knew it was good as I was grabbing them. I could just tell he just lobbed it, and I'm going to slam it home. So this is our Olympus Pro model. So it's the same guts as this guy here that I showed you earlier, full forefoot of smart cells, full forefoot of smart cells. You even still have that layer of the EVA cushioning that you have at the top of the Olympus Pro, okay? The only difference is it has, like we mentioned, this nice suede top cover. The suede, it's just a different feel. Some people, like Billy mentioned, it's like wearing shoes different. Everyone's feet are so different that, some people just, it rubs the wrong way with suede. Some people rubs the wrong way with EVA. It's totally based on your foot. But the suede does give a little bit of a smoother texture. It also adds a little bit of durability because now you got a layer of suede before you start wearing the EVA on top. So it gives a little added extra durability as well. And the suede top is available on our Pro, on our classy, dressy 3/4, right? And I don't have one visible here, but also the flat one. You can get that with the suede as well. So those 3 models can all have the suede upgrade. And it's they're actually listed out now on our site as like separate little products. The Pro suede, the 3/4 suede, the flat suede. So you can get all those options with that upgrade if you want to get let's say a little bit more durability and just a different feel against your sock and your shoe. Yeah.
Awesome. So like now, I mean, I'm a very visual person. I'm just envisioning like being in like 7th grade and the teacher's like, all right, you've got this many options. How many possibilities are possible with all these options? So
Right.
I got them all drawn out and like I could like see a pencil, like I'm drawing. Okay, one here, one. Oh no, I can't. Okay, one here. No, that's awesome, man. To offer the product again in different styles separately and then offer the upgrade in the different styles that you also offering, I feel like that just opens up your target market even more.
I think I can see a picture already with like the green shoe, the yellow shoe, the black insole, the green insole. I mean, I can already see it. It's gonna be amazing.
Let's go. Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you all joining me tonight, man. Anything else y'all want to get off your chest? Tell the people where they can find you. I mean, social media. I mean, y'all are literally everywhere, man. So, I mean, if they don't know about you by now, I mean, I don't know where they must have been living under a rock. But talk to them.
Go for it, Billy.
Okay. Yeah, so you can find us on social media. We're Zelus Insoles. So yeah, just add Zelus. We are completely available. I will be probably the one that's going to be reaching out to you. So if you have any questions about any of our products, about how they fit, or what you need to do in order to get any kind of discount code using Gizmo's code, just please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook, any kind of social media avenue, or you can always reach us at humans@zelusinsoles.com. And then
it actually goes to a human.
Because it actually goes to
humans will respond.
One of us.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll be happy to help you out with any questions that you have. And again, my name is Billy Johnson. So feel free to reach out to me directly, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
All right, before y'all go, we got somebody who snuck in under the buzzer. They tardy for the party, but we gonna get them in anyway. Hey, Marvin or Becky Fox? She said, I came in late. Do they help your knees?
Ooh, great question. I love it. So absolutely help your knees. So if you missed the earlier conversation, it's no worries. But basically, the way your feet are aligned, right? The support of your feet, it connects to everything else. So having proper support in the arch and the good cushioning under the ball of your foot, it helps your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back, everything else feel better. So knees are a big one. We actually work a lot with collegiate volleyball teams and programs because they jump and land and jump and land, hundreds of times in a practice, literally. And so we work with a lot of volleyball teams for that exact reason. They get jumper's knee. It's a serious thing where over time, so much repetition against their knees, it really, really takes a toll. And it can even lead to obviously like ACL tears and all those bigger issues that no one wants to see happen and end their college career, right? So yeah, the way the smart cells absorb impact, it absolutely will help your knees feel better. It's one of the reasons that our CEO is able to keep running. He's in his 60s. He had to stop running for a while because his knees were hurting so bad. Once he got the insole product, he put it back in, and now he's running all over the place. He's doing races still. He still runs every day, and he has no more knee pain. So, in a long answer, yes, they absolutely help your knees.
There you go. And we got one more. Nat Davis. I currently wear Dr. Scholl's. I think that's Scholl's. Dr. Scholl's Advanced Sport Gel insoles. These have worked well for me with pickleball. Which of your insoles would you compare to those? Thanks.
Great question. So yeah, the Dr. Scholl's, the gel insoles are, they got a unique feeling to them for sure. And I think what you'll notice is in our insoles is the Smart Cells cushioning. It does such a good job of feeling like that real nice, soft, squishy, absorbent type of material. But what's cool is it never breaks down. So the gel, after a while, starts to squish out of your way of where you always step. Or if it's an all foam EVA, it starts to really compact. The Smart Cells never compact. So I would say if you want a direct kind of comparison there, maybe try our light model there, Nat. It's a great entry model for you. It has the arch support like the Dr. Scholl's one does. And then you got the Smart Cells. That's where you're going to really notice the forefoot and the heel. I think you'll be happy with those ones. And I'll see if you're not, let us know. We'll make sure you are happy. So, but yeah, I would try our light product. It's a great product.
Yeah, no, awesome. I haven't tried the Dr. Scholl's personally, but there was another insole that I did try, and I literally felt like, I don't know what was in it, but it felt like I was walking on a waterbed. Like as I took a step, I could literally feel the whole entire thing fluctuating under me. Can't say that I liked it.
Yeah, it's a unique feeling. I mean, in cushioning in general, there's kind of like foam cushioning. I think like Tempur-Pedic mattresses and all that stuff, right? And then there's gel cushioning. And then there's Smart Cells, and it's such a different thing. The foam. Think about that Tempur-Pedic mattress. You push that down and let go. It slowly rises. So if you're doing fast movements like a pickleball, doesn't have time to even come back to full and cushion again because it's just staying compacted, right? Same thing with gel. It feels kind of squishy sometimes under your feet, can be a little weird. Some people love it. That's great, but it feels a little squishy, like saying the waterbed feeling.
Yeah.
The smart cells keep you stable, keep you in place, and they always spring back instantly so that every time you step, they're giving you the full cushion that you deserve while you're playing.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I mean, honestly, just another use just popped into my head. I'm not sure if you've all thought about this, but I mean, I know that at, like the U.S. Open National Championships, like there's somebody else, another demographic that comes into mind that spends just as much time on their feet, and that's referees. I've seen referees take foam mats to stand on if they're reffing long days. I can be sure. I mean, I can't speak for the referees, but I'm pretty sure that they would benefit greatly from standing on square mats on the side versus just standing on the hard concrete or asphalt. So, I don't know if you guys thought about it, but
Gizmo, great minds think alike. Obviously, they could put the insoles in their shoes. That's going to be great because they're on the field all day too. But actually, our parent company, like I mentioned, this Smart Cells cushioning is where Zelus was born out of. So Smart Cells, we make mats and flooring. That's what we do. That's what we've done since the 90s. So we have a really cool octagon shaped 22-inch built-in handles. So it's portable, take it with you off you go. And it's our Smart Cells mat. So you can toss it down, personal size. If you go to smartcellsusa.com is our parent company. There's a pickleball section on there, and you can see the mats and the insoles both. But yeah, we have those pickleball mats available.
Okay. All right.
So they're
I'm gonna do a write-up.
Mat.
Yeah, I got to do a write-up of all the products because we've gone over a lot of information, and I don't want anybody to miss anything. But nonetheless, if you do order a pair of the lights or the pros, use Gizmo at checkout, and you save 15% off of your order. So if there's no other questions, I appreciate everybody putting up with me for the second time today. Yeah, onward and upward, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited to partner with you all, and let's just get these insoles into the shoes of everybody that's playing pickleball, man. I'm really pumped.
Yeah, hey, us too, man. Thanks so much for having us on. This was awesome, and yeah, we're also super excited to partner with you. This is going to be great. We're here to help pickleball players feel good.
Absolutely. So
feel the zeal.
There you go. Feel the zeal, and I'm gonna get that on my next jersey or something like that. Like I said, I got my guy in Brazil working on it. So be on the lookout. It's coming, baby. 2020, 2021. We in there. Let's go. So y'all have a great night, and appreciate everybody tuning in.